Welcome to Voice Rising with Kara Johnstad. Enjoy weekly conversations with leading luminaries, pioneering visionaries, singers, poets, musicians, and sound healers as we explore the profound role our voice plays on the path to self-realization and global enlightenment. The internationally acclaimed singer, composer, author, healer, recording artist, voice expert, creator of Voice Your Essence, and founder of the School of Voice, Kara Johnstad uses her extraordinary spiritual gifts to empower others. Everything in this world vibrates. Everything has a frequency. A pioneer in the field of voice work and transformational songwriting, her breakthrough methods are helping thousands of people worldwide fine-tune their body-mind-spirit system and unlock the energetic frequencies of limitless creativity, health, and abundance. Share your voice, ask your questions, join in the conversation. Receive life-changing, positive transformation and rise together to create a sound world. And here's your host, Kara Johnstad.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Voice Rising. Today, I am delighted to welcome the gifted composer, pianist, and multi-instrumentalist Bernward Koch to the show. With 16 albums to his name, Bernward's music has touched hearts around the world. His latest album, Calming Colors, offers a serene journey through soothing melodies crafted to calm the mind and uplift the spirit. Bernward's ability to blend piano with other delicate instruments creates a soundscape that invites peace and introspection. Bernward, it's truly a pleasure to have you here with me today. Welcome to Voice Rising.
Hello, welcome.
So first of all, congratulations on the new album. It is a very serene album, a relaxing album, a healing album. Share with us, what was the initial spark of inspiration for this collection of music?
Thank you so much, Kara. And yes, I live in a small village in the countryside, and it's a gentle, hilly landscape, and gentle but strong. And I have to say, the nature with which surround me is very impressive. It's touched me, and it's a great inspiration always. And I think the calming colors. So there are colors too, and in the nature, the warm colors mostly, green, brown, and so colored flowers in the summer, and the colors are always changing. And so I felt that colors calm me myself down, and I have often walks in the nature, and I try to go on places which I have no noises from our civilization, only the wind or birds, and having a vast view, standing on a hill. This is fantastic for me, and I can really breathe there.
Nice. You can really breathe deeply. It's in German we say Hügellandschaft. Where these hilly, these beautiful hills that I also know from my childhood. Bernward, you mentioned before in one of, I think I read it on your homepage or an interview, you said music offers an opportunity to travel through sound. So maybe you describe for our listeners, what does that mean to you to journey and travel through sound while you're creating a new piece of music?
So if I sit in my studio in a very lonely room, of course, I start often. I have the melody in mind first in my mind, and then I play it or record it in the studio, and then I start working, start the arrangement and performing and so on. And in that situation, I really forget everything surround me. I'm only live in the music. I think it's a typical situation being in the studio, but I'm playing in a band, yes, but not at my solo productions. I'm sitting alone in the studio and work and work and work, forget everything. But I feel I live in a loudspeaker, in a box, and it's one thing, and so that's my way of work. And in the end, I'm happy if the music calm me myself too.
So when you say travel through sound, it's literally the sound transports you into another place, which is not a little box or not a lonely room. The sound literally, it's like going on vacation, maybe, that your melodies are carrying you into another place. Is that
Yes.
Is that maybe the image that when you're working in the studio alone, that the sound really helps you to fly away?
Yes, it is. But so you said melody, and melody is the most important thing for me. Always, I start always with a melody, because the melody is the core of my music. I like melodies, and I need a melody. And otherwise, I have to say, it's first work. It's just work. I'm thinking, of course, in harmonies, in melodies, in rhythm, in sounds, and I'm thinking only in musical things, and and that it's hard work if you are not satisfied with a version, so you repeat, and but this is I think it's normal if you want to produce a good project, a good piece of music, which would stay. It's lots of work always.
So let's listen, Bernward, to your track, Calming Colors. That is the title of your album. You explained a little bit the beauty of the landscape that you live in, the greens, the browns, the beautiful hills. Would you like to say anything else about Calming Colors, or should we just listen in?
I think you mean the first track, Distant Bell, I think.
No, this is... I think this is later in the album. It's called Calming Colors, correct?
Yeah, I understand. Yes, it's number 10, Calming Colors.
Yes, number 10, yes.
Yes, I know that track. It starts very sad, and but it's like walking through a landscape in a weather like the moment here. It's very foggy day. It's cold. It's a cold wind, and so it's healthy. I know, but the colors are rather gray, and you walk away and you walk and walk, and you are being warmer, and it's like suddenly sun is coming, a few sunbeams, and the weather changed, and that felt if I produced or if I composed and produced that track, Calming Colors. It's real.
Beautiful. Let's listen into Calming Colors. This is off of the new album by Bernward Koch. You are listening to the track Calming Colors from Bernward Koch. He's with me in studio, and his new album is also entitled Calming Colors. Bernward, we hear that the piano is very central to music, but you are also a multi-instrumentalist. So how do you decide which instruments, strings, bells, flutes, are you going to use on the different compositions that you're creating?
So I first recorded the piano, and made the complete form of the track. And I like traditional forms, so with an intro, a verse, a chorus, and so on. And if I have that, then I try different instruments to enrich different colors in music. And so I like playing with synthesizers, with softly percussion cymbals, with bass, and sometimes guitar, or with a flute. Flute is, my wife plays the flute. She's classical trained flutist, and it fits very good to the music. All right, the Calming Colors album is more piano based, because if I feel the track is the piano is the most important thing, and sometimes is it enough, but mostly I have it enriched with other colors, so I hear it, and it must work, and then I decide, yes, I put that sound to that part of the track. Gives more colorful.
Beautiful. So do you have a certain ritual that you tune into as a composer? Do you start recording every morning at 8 o'clock after your beautiful walk in the hilly landscapes, or is it more spontaneous? Is there something that people that are starting to compose out there can be inspired by to connect to their own writer's voice or their own inner voice?
Yeah, I understand, but it's not at me. During the Corona times, I had incredible lots of ideas. It was I have never had that experience in my life. I sat on the piano and start improvising, and immediately I have a new great melody. 5 minutes later, another melody. So I collect lots of tracks for in that time. I'm not I'm not an early man. I don't like it. Stand up too early in the morning, and but ideas. I have lots of ideas come while improvising on the piano, but it could be on a walk in the nature. It could be in the shower, or if I try to sleep. So if I want, I can compose in actually every situation. It's like my head. Sometimes I think my head is like a tape machine.
Yeah.
And I have to say, my new album "Calming Colors" is out end of August, and at the moment I haven't the time to compose every day. But I'm not worried. I know I have enough ideas for other and further records, and yes, that's my way of composing.
Nice. Do you already have another album planned?
Yeah, but it's not concrete. It's I have it in my mind, but in the moment I have no space, no room for that thing.
Yeah.
But I'm in a good manner. I have don't care about that.
That's good. we still have this album to savor. Talk to us, Bernward, about you said when you walk in nature, it's very important for you to experience the quietude away from civilization, the wind and the birds. Talk to us a little bit about the relationship between melody and silence. How does that shape your melody lines or shape your music?
This is a good question, Kara. Yes. Well, silence is there and always, and a melody is like a growing flower in your mind or in my mind. Sometimes I can't sleep, and if I can't sleep, I start composing. So I lie in my bed and I try composing. And not always there is a new fantastic melody, and but a good melody helps me. And if I imagining, for example, a melody from the Beatles, a Beatles song, here, there, and everywhere. For example, this is an incredibly good melody, and has lots of power, and so that's then the silence is away. So the silence is there, but not in my mind. And that's different.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're talking about when you're lying in bed. You do have one track that I'd like to play for everyone. It's a lullaby, and let's say you're lying in bed and these melodies are haunting you. They're just everywhere. You can't even sleep. Do you grab a piece of paper and write them down? Do you jump up and go back to the studio, or do you continue them in your dreams and fall asleep?
If I had that melody in mind, I think it was play piano. But if I have a melody in mind, I take a piece of paper and make a little notice, but not many. Mostly, I try to have it in my mind, and so I think about and think. And I know if another example from the Beatles again, if the Beatles start, they hadn't a cassette recorder, they had tape machines. So the only way was playing the song again and again. And if the idea in the next morning, the next day, comes again, then was it a good idea, a good song?
Ah, okay.
If it is was away, so then not.
Yeah, exactly. So let's listen. Yeah. So let's listen, Bernward. You wrote a beautiful track, a beautiful composition. It's called Children's Lullaby. What can you share with us about this track? And then we'll listen to Children's Lullaby before the break. Is there anything special?
Yeah, I remember I played the piano and only with one hand, right hand, and had the melody. And if I have the melody, it sounds like a children's lullaby, could be. And so I made the composition complete, and with another part, and I was searching for the sounds, and I feel that bells fits very good. And if the track was ready, I think, all right, this sounds like a children's lullaby. Why not call it children's lullaby? And very important, I have a daughter and a son, and my daughter works with children's. And this is, she often taught me, so sometimes it's very hard, it's very loud in the room, but if it's 2:00 p.m., the children sleep. And if they couldn't sleep, I play Bernward Koch. And I imagine the 2 years children and are sleeping. And it's wonderful seeing sleeping children. And so they are so innocent, and it's just beautiful. And I think that fits. This is very good, a good name, and fits to the music.
Beautiful. So we're going to listen to Children's Lullaby, and after that we're going to head into a break for the sponsors that support us here at Voice Rising at OMTimes Radio. So enjoy Children's Lullaby, and then we'll be back with a little bit more of Inspiring Insights by Bernward Koch.
Conscious media for conscious minds. OMTimes.
Ascending Hearts is no ordinary dating site, but a spiritual dating site with a purpose, to link you with your soulmate. We engineer the serendipity so you can trust that you will attune with someone that has the same matching vibration as you. Ascending Hearts, the conscious dating site for the spiritually aware. Try Ascending Hearts for free. ascendinghearts.com.
With happy clients all over the world, Kara Johnstad knows that your voice is the missing link to more authenticity, abundance, creativity, and health. An internationally acclaimed voice expert, Kara's breakthrough methods have helped thousands of people successfully heal their voice wounds and extinguish the story of self-doubt and shyness forever. Join in group trainings, attend online sessions, schedule one-on-one time, and invite Kara to work with your organization and community. Get started today. Go to www.karajohnstad.com and receive a special guided meditation designed to fine-tune your inner voice and welcome you on the voice journey.
This is Kathy Beal, host of Celestial Compass, featuring astrology you can use. Celestial Compass points you to what's going on in the sky and what you can do with it down here on Earth. We also explore fun, effective, and cosmic tools for navigating this adventure we call life. Join me the first and third Monday of the month at 5 p.m. Eastern Time for Celestial Compass. It's enlightening, entertaining, and empowering.
Host your show on IOM-FM, the radio network of OMTimes Media, one of the more recognized brand names in the conscious community, and is backed by the extensive marketing reach of OMTimes. Hosting a show on IOM-FM immediately connects you with our extensive dedicated community.
You came across someone struggling with hunger. How would you recognize them? Would you notice an 8-year-old girl who's not excited for
summer break because she may not be having lunch again until September?
Or a war veteran who's having a hard time
landing a job and getting back on his feet?
I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. I am hunger in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Voice Rising. We're here with the talented Bernward Koch, diving deeper into the transformative power of his music and his new album, Calming Colors. And if you are enjoying today's conversation, please take a moment to share this episode with your friends and community and subscribe to Voice Rising on your favorite streaming platform to stay connected. Your support helps us get beautiful and inspiring guests and conversations going here at OMTimes. So now let's continue with Bernward. Bernward, welcome back.
Welcome back, Kara.
Bernward, your music is, well, I guess you would say new age music, but it's really a healing music. It's very calming. It relieves a lot of stress. What is your experience using music as a tool for emotional or physical healing?
So it's actually simply, if I stressed and if I have a distance to my own music, then sometimes I play the music, my own music sometimes, and it's like a little test, and whether it's calming down, and it actually, yes, I have to say it works. And so I think if it works at me, and I'm stressed sometimes, yes, but I think if it works, then works for other people too.
Do you ever work with the voice when you compose? Do you sing the melodies, or do you only work allowing your thoughts to go through your fingers?
Yes, I play only with my fingers, but I have a melody I sing in mind. I have it in my head, and but I don't. It's noiseless. It's only in my mind and on the piano, or sometimes on a guitar, could be, but mostly on a piano. And then it's yes, this works.
Beautiful. I read on your homepage, Bernward, that you're composing for many different audiences, including you did a project for autism. So how did you work on that project, and were there any specific emotional needs that the kids or people had that were listening to your music?
Yeah, my former record company, Music Mindstream, it's based in Los Angeles and Beverly Hills, but the headquarters is in London, England, and I got a call from the owner in London, and he is very specialized for that music for autism. He said he had an idea. He said he knows my music, and he could imagine that my music helps people with autism. and it would be better make a special composition for that. And so I had a call with him in London, and with more 2 or 3 calls with director Dr. Marlene Sotilo from the ELS Institute in Jupiter, Florida. Mm-hmm. And we talk about, we talk about different things, and she shows me a few videos, and we talk about the everyday life of the autistic people. And the idea was producing music which help people start in the day. She said, starting in the day is very, very important. And so she said, try to produce music between 10 and 15 minutes, one track, and it should be in one direction. Not too much melodies, but a special mood, and not too predictable. And yes, I work, and in the end, it was finished, and she used the music in an institute, and it works. And she said, yes, it's very well. And this was a research project, and this music, until now, is not for public. It's only for the people. But the good news, yes, first. But the good news is that it works. It's very special, but I try to imagine that, and I think it's a good thing.
What was one of the most beautiful stories or feedbacks that you heard from someone who experienced your music and it brought them healing and it brought them relief? Do your fans sometimes write you and share with you what they're going through and how your music has touched them?
I really have different experiences in that way, and once very touching idea was there was a stewardess, and even from Germany. She was in Canada, and she had a special disease. I forget the name at the moment. Legionärskrankheit in Germany. So she could breathe. She couldn't breathe.
Yeah, I think it is Legionnaires. I think it is. Yeah, it's Legionnaire's disease. Yes. Exactly.
And she was in Canada. It's a long time ago, over 30 years. And she found a CD in the record store. It was my very first album. It's called Flowing. Mm-hmm. And she read it, and she flowing. Oh, it sounds good. And she heard the music, and suddenly she said, "I can breathe." So because it's very, very important overnight, and it's the music really helps her, and so I'm very happy. I'm in touch with her until today. She has all my records, and she is very grateful, and I'm grateful too, that music can help. And if I work here, lonely in my studio, I don't think on such things. I think only of harmonies, melodies, rhythm, etc. But in the end, when it helps, when it's such a good help is for other people, I'm very happy about that, of course.
Yeah, of course. What made you go in this direction, Bernward? You could have been a rock, a rock star, or you could have done jazz, or you could go anyway. What drew you to this type of music?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly. So it's my music. The thing is, my impresses my. I'm a fan. I'm a rock musician. I play jazz, rock, and I'm a funky keyboard player. And I played in many bands, and this is music like from the Beatles to the Grateful Dead, to from John Coltrane, Miles Davis to the Rolling Stones. So many good music in the world, and that's my real inspiration. I don't know why I make such music as I make, but I think I started piano playing when I was 15 years old, and it was a typical classical education. And I like that sonatinas from Beethoven, Mozart, Johann Sebastian Bach, etc. That was a new world, and it's in my mind, and maybe it has to do with this. But it is like it is.
It is like it is. Bernward, let's listen to one more track for our listeners from your new album. And this track is Forever Green. I can imagine that you're sharing your landscapes that are around you. You talked about these beautiful hills. Is that what you were seeing and feeling when you were writing about the color green, Forever Green?
Yes, I think too. But if I think Forever Green, it sounds for me a little bit Irish. And so Irish is the green island, and it's earlier I produced another track in that direction, and it was a chart hit in Ireland, even though I was never there. But I can imagine it, and the melody sounds for me a little Irish. I don't know why, but it is. But of course, I live in a green landscape too. But this is more Irish and not like Mozart or something.
Okay. So for our love of Ireland, let's listen into Forever Green. We're listening to Forever Green off of Bernward Koch's newest album. And Bernward's with me here in studio. Bernward, talk to me about the idea. It says that your works, including Calming Colors, is featured on international airlines. So what does that do to you, imagining people flying above the clouds, listening and enjoying your music while they drift off in between maybe New York and Tokyo or London and LA? How is that for you as a composer?
It's great. It's really great. I remember a neighbor from my small village. She flew to Tokyo, and it's 20 years ago or so, and she had a journal in the airplane, and suddenly she saw a photo of mine, and she said to her neighbor, look, this is my neighbor, and so. The other woman said, no, impossible. And she said, yes, it is. So it's very, very, very. I'm happy about that. And sometimes I have a record walking through clouds, and so this is like flying through clouds. Mm-hmm. It's real. And I think, it's very suitable flying because I often fly. I like flying. I like airplanes and so on. And I often feel if I hear music, I could fly. I would fly.
Yeah, that's probably what you meant by traveling through sound, right? We opened the show with this idea of traveling through sounds. So you do like flying to different places and flying with music.
Flying with music. I don't flying very often, but I feel like flying through the music. Yes.
Beautiful. Your music is you can stream it everywhere. It has a global reach. You were just talking about Tokyo, Canada, everywhere. This is when you're composing, do you think about that you're reaching all these different cultures and people and different ways of being, or do you just stay true to your melody and that is universal and touches so many people?
Well, if you have to live from the music, I can live from the music, but it is you think about it a little bit, because you have another person's, you have good people. I have a distribution in Oakland, California, and with Al Evers, and it's very well. And so it's good to know that the music spread the world, and it's a good thing. And I think for me it makes the music a little bit more serious, and the otherwise it's my handwriting, it's my work, music, and so I think I take it serious, and it's the right way for me.
And what would you love people to take away when they listen to your music? What would your message be, or what is your intent when people stream for hours Bernward Koch? What would you love them to take away?
I often heard people told me that they have an endurance. They had an operation. They had massive problems. They lost a friend, or sometimes even a child, a husband, or so on. It's very, very hard stories. And people told me, so Bernward, your music really helps me. After I feel really better if I hear the music. And that's touched me too and give me a good feel. It's not, for me, it's not a superficial music or a superficial work. it's so I put completely work my soul, my heart, everything in music, and so it's if it works, I'm happy. I'm really happy and grateful, helping people too.
Helping people to heal. Bernward, do you have a homepage where people can connect with you, or do you do a lot of social media where other people can reach out to you if they want to connect?
Yes, on my homepage is an email address. I'm on Facebook, artist and a private Facebook, and on Instagram and on Thread.
Thread?
X.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. On X? Okay, very beautiful. Very beautiful. Yeah. So we're gonna close today, but I really want to extend my deepest gratitude for you coming on to the show and sharing with us your journey as a composer and creating music out there that is keeping us relaxed in a very hectic world, and all these stories behind calming colors. We can really imagine walking through the landscape with you. And thank you so much. And to our listeners out there, thank you for tuning in and for being part of this vibrant community. And if you enjoyed today's show, please subscribe to Voice Rising on your favorite streaming platform and check out the past episodes featuring some of the world's top voices, luminaries, poets, authors, musicians, visionaries, and explore more conversations in the archives at OMTimes Radio. So thank you again, Bernward, and take care of yourself.
I thank you, Kara. Thank you so much. It's my pleasure, and I wish you all the very best.
All right, you take care. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.